We begin with harrowing images and testimonies obtained by Al Jazeera from inside a school in northern Gaza following an Israeli attack. Bodies of a number of displaced Palestinians are seen piled up inside the Shadia Abu Ghazala school, that's west of the Jabalia refugee camp. Witnesses say a number of people, including women, children and babies, were killed execution style by Israeli forces while they were sheltering inside the school. Witnesses say they did not find any evidence of shelling or missile attacks.
The Israeli soldiers came in and opened fire on them. They took an old man. The Israeli soldiers stormed the school, took all the men, then entered classrooms and opened fire on a woman and all the children with her, even the newborn babies among them. She, her husband, and her 8 children together with her cousin. The Israeli soldiers executed those innocent families at point blank.
The school buildings are totally destroyed. We found dozens of dead bodies in the classrooms. There is no sign of any missiles or shells. All those who were in the buildings were executed from point blank. The Israeli soldiers opened fire on them. Many families came searching for their children. They found them all killed. They were all killed, executed at gunpoint.
Hani Mahmoud is lifeless in southern Gaza. So, Hani, some harrowing pictures and stories that we're getting from that school in northern Gaza.
Yes, has, and some of the most distressing images or videos coming from Shadia Abu Ghazala school. That's a school in the northern part of the Gaza Strip in Al-Fallujah district. That's right in the northern eastern side of Beit Lahia, of Jabalia, very close to Beit Lahia city. But here's what's going on. For the past weeks, the Israeli military, along with tanks and armored vehicles, been pushing deeper and deeper into the northern part, particularly into Jabalia, under claiming that it's a stronghold for Hamas fighters, and keep pushing and destroying the vast majority of not only the residential buildings, but also the old public facilities, including hospitals and other schools within the past a few days. Now, what we are seeing coming from the hospital, this video, despite the fact that there are no signs of airstrikes on the school or missiles or shells, but it looks like just judging from the images, the courtyard and the fence of the school and parts of the building were bulldozed. But according to an eyewitness on the ground, who described that when people inside their homes feared for their life as there was a surge in the airstrikes and the artillery shellings, they left their residential homes and took the school as a shelter. They were running for their life in that school as the Israeli military and their tanks were pushing deeper into the city. The area came under complete a closure by the Israeli military. Now, it's interesting to know that people did not find about those bodies inside the schools until the Israeli military withdrew from the area. They completely pulled out from the area, and they were able to find out about these. Very consistent with what we've seen within the past few weeks from the other schools that were attacked, where people were rounded up, blindfolded, and were taken to undisclosed area. But at this situation, people happen to be killed inside the classrooms.
And Hani, what are we hearing about the latest fighting and attacks elsewhere in the Gaza Strip, including Khan Yunis?
Well, the 3 major areas in which the fighting is taking place in a very, very fierce way, including Khan Yunis city, Shujaiya, that's the eastern side of Gaza City, as well as Jabalia refugee camp. It's interesting to also point out that within the past few days, Israeli military said that it needed a little over a day to complete the operation in Jabalia, but till now things are still going on. Also in Shujaiya, they stated they needed more than just a couple days. But what we saw earlier this morning, just an outcome of an extreme clashes and fighting between Hamas fighters, Qassam fighters on the ground, and the Israeli military, in which reports have been confirmed by the Israeli military as well, where at least 9 soldiers, elite soldiers, were killed in the fighting. The fighting going on, it's a street fighting, a guerrilla war from house to house, street to street. But fighters on the ground were able to ambush a group of elite soldiers in Shujaiya, eastern Gaza city. But in retaliation of that, the heavy bombardment, a mass relentless airstrike, just destroying the vast majority of the neighborhood. Similar situation taking place in eastern Khan Yunis as well as the central part of Khan Yunis.
Hani Mahmoud, live for us in southern Gaza. Thank you.